I am unmuted. I can now speak.
I like being unmuzzled.
Yes. Okay, I'm turn the lo-fi down. Hey Siri, can you let me know, is that a good background level? Because I can't tell from the end. I think it is, but
I'll be forced to listen to us.
here, how it's going.
It is a little quiet.
Well,
and I'm a little loud.
okay. That's funny. Okay, go ahead and talk again.
All right, I'm speaking one more time.
How's that sound?
Perfect, we're equal.
Cool. All right, I guess I'll just kick it off. Good morning, everyone. If you're at least in America, it is 9:30 here. I recently bought a puppy, and I'm losing my mind. I'm exhausted, so this is going to be probably the most calm I'll ever be. Welcome to the Tarkov Town Hall. This is a forum where you people, the normals, the people who have lives and enjoy this game as it was meant to be, you know, a game, and don't take it too seriously, you get to talk about the game, because everyone only hears what streamers and YouTubers, and those are the people who get their voices heard. So this is a time for you if you're interested. There's information on the screen, and the link is in the description to join the Discord. You're just going to want to hop in the town hall waiting room, and we'll pull you up to talk about today's topic, which today, I guess, I mean, I'm Shitaville.
And I'm bad, and it's a wonderful topic of the day.
It's a very fun topic.
There's no controversy at all.
Yeah, we're talking about the gays.
Exactly. I actually have a pride flag right behind me.
Oh, I have the anti-pride. No, oh, dude, that's so
that
cool.
Explains
That's
a lot, doesn't it?
It's gonna be such a good conversation. We're like, you know, two sides
I'm really
of the
glad
same
we're
coin.
making our break into political here.
I want
It's
to
any
be,
day now before you're on Fox News and I'm on CNN.
I want to be Hasanabi, the new Hasanabi.
Yeah, you'd have to react to more content for that to happen.
Yeah, good grief. I almost caught a slip. I almost said something silly on live. So I had to poke fun. Anyway, no, the topic for today that we're going to discuss. Oh, real quick, just so everyone knows, the other part of the format, Bad and I do a little blurb, just chatting for like 30 minutes, him and I. Then we open the floor and pull everybody in to just chat about it. So that way everyone can hear our thoughts on it, and then we can just focus on you when you have your time. So yeah, we're talking about the new community-driven anti-cheat. So what Trey24K and I think Clean was the other person that spearheaded it. I don't know. You know, add it to the pile of things that there wasn't communication about, right? So I don't know who's really in charge of it. I know Trey put out a YouTube video. So that, and then I think we're also going to talk a little bit about the RMT bans that came out yesterday. So that was like Vibin and Teotrix. I don't remember he's not an NA streamer. I think he's a German streamer, but they both got banned for 60 days for R&T, and their accounts reset to level 1. Bibin is he usually is the first Kappa in North America. He was level 60. He had done all the Lightkeeper tasks, and got hit with an RMT ban without any communication from BSG. So there's some interesting stuff to talk about. But I guess enough of my voice. Generally, what have been your thoughts this wipe? I guess we can do that too. Let's give a quick wipe overview because we haven't talked about our opinions on streets and all that jazz. So
yeah, we've fallen into the basement here for the past few months since the wipe, but I mean, I know I've played a lot in the Discord lately, so a lot of people already know how I feel in general, but streets, I'll start there. It is a very cool map in thought. It sounds sick. The design is very cool. When you're on the map, you feel like what Tarkov used to be. You're exploring, surviving. You run into the food, water issues, etc. Holy hell. Does it run like ass? The spawns are fucking atrocious. The lighting, I couldn't imagine I'm saying this, but it might be worse than Interchange just because of all the windows and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, at least Interchange is just pure darkness.
Well, let's caveat this too. You mentioned something about performance. Just reiterate. I want to, just so everyone knows, you upgraded your PC explicitly for this game, right?
Yes.
For this wipe, and it still runs poorly.
Faster RAM, new motherboard, new CPU.
What GPU and CPU are you running?
The GPU is a little weak, but I'm only at 1080, so it's fine. It's an RX 580, and then I have a Ryzen 7 5600X.
Right, so
it's nothing top of the line,
but you're above the minimum. You're above the recommended, and it's still struggling to run it.
Get 100 frames in Warzone.
Yeah, and here, let me flip this for you. I just bought a new PC and have an i9 13900K and a 4080, and I also struggle running the map. So it's like, hey, brother, this is a problem you can't throw money at. Like this is one of the most intense optimization issues, which I mean we always see from BSG, but because we always see it, at some point I feel like most people are hoping like, bro, can you just do one map right, please?
Especially after the Lighthouse debacle, with how performance was on that map when it released, I really thought that they would try and address those sort of fixes that they clearly put in, like in that first hotfix. Figured they would just do that off the rip with streets, and that wasn't the case. And it's so goofy because if you play it offline, you can like max your frame rate cap, like factory.
Right. Yeah.
But it's something about the online server that makes it run really poor.
Yeah, which is that's wild to me. I really do wonder, because like that's so weird. That's so weird that it literally is just that online switch and loading like PMCs. Like I wonder, man, what kind of spaghetti code they have going in the background that like, you know what I mean? That just seems weird, man. That seems like you're so bad at designing games.
That's my thing. That or like the server just like it can't keep up with that much, like that amount of players, scavs, all the stuff interfacing with it, so it just freaks out. But man, but besides avoiding streets, okay, in general, I like the game. I've told you this. I have rose tinted glasses because I've transformed from like a 70 FPS Tarkov gamer to I'm max cap on pretty much every other map. So I'm having fun in gunfights again. I'm winning those gunfights on occasion, and all in all, it feels good until we jump back into cheater land.
well, but you've enjoyed it. I mean, at least the like I know this wife's been tough and the cheater's been really bad, and we'll talk about that. But you did get to the you are leaving out. Like I feel like it's almost disrespectful of you to come at BSG like that and not bring up the new trader that they added. How have you enjoyed the new trader? Since you play a lot, don't you? You play probably like during what 6 hours a day during the first 2 weeks of wipe.
I was doing more than that.
Yeah,
but
so you've seen the new trader.
Yeah, you're right. It is very disrespectful of me. The thing is that I've just been wheeling and dealing with Lightkeeper so much.
Oh, yeah.
I kind of forgot that he was in the game.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is one of their silliest decisions, is to lock that like nearly with Kappa. when it's your brand new hot
past
content.
Kappa. It's past. Everybody who's had it still, once they complete Kappa, they still have another like 40 hours of tasking to get Lightkeeper.
I understand that you want to have an end game, something to keep people busy, but I'm not sure that's it.
Okay, they're gonna lock the next map. They're gonna release a new chunk of streets that is locked behind the last Lightkeeper task. Like, I just know that, where they're like, we made this huge new map, best map we've ever made, best PvP, best netcode, best lighting, best audio. Oh,
can we make a prediction too? Best loot.
Yeah, right. And then they're gonna like lock it behind a task at the end of Lightkeeper, because they're like, not a lot of people went for Lightkeeper. Then you got Dork's like nice guy. I mean, it was when he was like, people are getting to him, and I sent him that tweet from an emissary, and I was like, bro, emissaries have said 2% of players get Kappa, and you're saying Lightkeeper's harder than Kappa, so sub 2% of the player base will ever get to Lightkeeper. That's not.
And that 2% figure was from the Kappa wipe, the one where before they put all the restrictions in, correct?
Exactly. Yes, that was the 2%. So it's less than 2% now, because that was before they even made it level 61 or whatever it was, I think.
Yeah. From that testing standpoint, which is what we're supposed to be doing here, right? We should be able to interact with him way sooner.
Well, that's what they did. They data mined it.
Sad that we got to do that, huh?
Whatever, man. It's how we get all of our information in this game. Bullet ammos, or bullet ammo. You know what I mean? The pen, the whatever.
Ammo charts and stuff like that. Yeah.
Dude, I guess real quick.
Well,
okay, go ahead.
Oh no, I did want to offer my condolences. I saw that you got banned this morning for something about having bad shorts or something. Yeah,
I did. I did. If anyone's interested, you can check my Twitter. That's a shameless plug. I did get banned. You can go take a look at that. Thanks for derailing the topic, but I really appreciate that.
Yeah, I thought that it was important and we needed to bring it up.
Yeah, whatever. Made your butthole pucker while you were sitting on the shitter. So.
In a funny way, yeah.
How do you feel? I mean, obviously, okay, I know how we feel. Dude, this audio is insane. I've been making it a shtick. I was playing Resort all last night, and I got a TTVer again, because I was in the basement, and he was right above me CMSing, and I was doing the whole, like, oh man, I am a cheater, please drop your gun. And my name is, last night was still, like, Jing Shao, and so he was like, are you really a cheater? And I was like, yes, I am a huge cheater. Ran upstairs while he was CMSing right into his room and blasted him in the face. He ended stream and then rebooted and went to play League of Legends.
Oh, poor guy.
And then I went in there and I was like, hey man, like I wasn't actually cheating, sorry. My teammate was invisible, that's why I went in there, because he was getting shot by my invisible teammate, and so it was just shitty. So I explained to him, I was like, hey, sorry, like my teammate was invisible, no cheater. And then he was like, somebody said they were cheating. I was like, yeah, that was me, I was being a dweeb, like I'm not cheating, it was just he was invisible. He's like, whatever man, that's so weirdo, man, whatever. And I was like, all right, bye. Fucking, there's a reason you have 2 viewers, and it's because you're a little bitch.
Well, I think it's not as much as I would love to clown on him. I don't think that in Tarkov it's bad to hold his opinion.
No,
if it was like CS:GO or something like that, or something like Daisy, I'd be like, okay, someone's messing with me.
Yeah.
But in Tarkov, you're like, is this actually a cheater?
It's just, no. My point was more just like, I've been able to do that so much with the audio, and I find it really funny. But like now that they're banning people, like weirdo bans, I'm a little bit nervous. But I'm like, all I'm doing is VoIPing. I'm just a floor beneath them. But like, the audio is just so horrible to play. Like I can't. Resort is almost impossible. Interchange is impossible. I'd put those two in the actually same bucket. They're both impossible because you get all 3 floors of audio at the same time. Mm-hmm. I can be in the basement on interchange and VoIP to somebody in tech light. Like it's weird. I cannot believe they shipped it, and I don't know what the whole debacle was with Steam Audio. They made all sorts of people have made all sorts of claims where it's like Steam Audio wouldn't help them.
Copium.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And when I hear stuff like that, I'm like, well, BSG also said the same thing about like Unity. Like Unity won't help them, and it's like I'm sure when any normal company gets in there and looks at BSG spaghetti code, they're like, if here's the thing, I work in like that kind of like consultation field. So if I were to go in and I would say, okay, I'll help you, can you show me where this is? And they go, I don't know, you find it. And they go, no, I'm not going to help you find your line of code, is what I imagine.
They're not going to help us, guys.
Exactly. And then, then BSG's like, they won't help me find my code. Like if that was what happened. But anyway, I get that they had to leave it, whatever. But this was not the move, man. This is horrible.
Yeah, no, it is like they literally just flipped a switch with no testing at all. They didn't think about it. There was no forethought in what could happen. It was like they literally thought that Steam Audio and Oculus were just going to be a 1-to-1.
Right.
Like Indiana Jones, you take the thing off and slap it right on.
Worst thing is that they said like it's optimized on these maps, and then you play on those maps and it's AIDS. Like getting sniped at on woods with its optimized audio, I'm spinning in circles trying to echolocate because it's a sound that appears in my ear, on my head.
It's funny you mentioned that. I can't remember if it was a Twitter clip or something that I sent you or that you sent me. I was watching someone. I just had the internal realization that as soon as anyone hears anyone in Tarkov, like you hear some audio, you immediately start like acting like a sonar, and you left right, trying to ID, is he to my left or right, and then it's so goofy the things that we have to do in this game to try and be there to play it, even like for it to be a playable experience.
Right. I mean, add it to the list, right? Add it to the list of like, okay, well, you need to right peek. Okay, you have to use only the best ammo. Okay, you have to follow like a certain path, otherwise you're gonna run into other people's spawns. Like there's just like an order of operations in this game. If you don't play it a certain way, you lose. Oh, you have to, yeah. I don't know, man. I do not know. I guess, yeah, let's just jump into the... So that's the quick, I guess, synopsis on the wipe.
That's how we feel.
Yeah. It's mad. And cheaters feel really, really, really bad. There have been some weeks that are good and some weeks that are not so good. And it could be potentially, right, that it's anecdotal. It could be that it's like ban waves, but I don't know. That stuff's not announced. I will say though that like it's been an interesting wipe because I've seen all the different types of cheaters. I've seen the flying cheaters. I've seen the ones that do like weirdo aimbotting, like rage hackers. I've also seen the really quiet, like the closet cheaters. I've seen the people that do the weirdo, like they're losing a fight. You've kind of wounded them, right? It's almost like they toggle. I've seen a lot of, I guess that's how I'll describe it. I'll see a lot of togglers where you light the person up, you take behind cover, you don't make noise, you're kind of moving, and then you get 2-tapped through the wall after like a 5-minute fight with them. And then it's like a kind of weirdo level 40 account that could be, you know what I mean? And you had wounded him. And I've got some of those clips where like he'll be shooting at me through objects, but they don't pen. But it's like perfectly at your head, just enough. Wall, just enough weirdo shit. I have had some VoIP cheaters too. I've had people do that stuff too, where they call to you specifically and they're like, drop that thing you picked up, and they're like, drop the intelligence in your ass.
Did you know that one that we had in reserve where the guy read out your name? That was my first time having that experience ever in Tarkov.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one because we got off after that. Yeah, yes, I remember that one too. When he read my name.
Yeah, he ran up to us and he tried to pretend like he was
like
a little noob.
And he was like, I killed the cheater.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then was like, he read my name.
Wait, who's Villain Arc?
Oh yeah. And I was like, and I hadn't killed anyone.
Free in my head.
I forgot about that. So yeah, good segue, I guess. How do you feel about this whole So yeah, just Trey's council, the Trey's elders. How do you feel about the council of BSG?
Man, if this was a perfect world, huh? And if they had all the tools at their disposal, it could work. But I don't have faith that they have the tools that they need to make the judgments they need to. 2, I firmly believe that it is straight up just the same hotline that Rengar used, and it's going to end poorly.
Yeah.
I guess those are my 2 sticking points. I wish that Trey could be more forthcoming with information, and I also wish that BSG could tell us what's going on and that they are actually sanctioning this project.
Yeah, I think that's my biggest gripe with it. That's what I tried to reply to Trey about, because Trey had put out a tweet where he's like, it's working, or he was like, he's so happy, this is crazy, and I tweeted him, I was like, hey, that's sick, great that you're doing this, but it'd be nice to hear something from BSG's end, because it's weird that his video says, like, it's weird to me that his video says, you know, we're partnering with BSG. We are partnering with BSG, and yet BSG doesn't retweet any of his tweets. They don't repost his video. They don't. There's no way. It's not in the. You can't find it in the forums. You can't find it on the launcher. Like, it doesn't feel like a partnership, and they've made no communications about it. What I would expect, and this is what I was asking for. He thought I was asking. Well, because I said BSG should explain kind of what they're doing on their end. Because what I was saying, what I meant is BSG should literally just tweet like, we are partnering with the community to, you know, work through this, you know, program, whatever. And we will, you know, we'll be working closely with this team to ensure that there are no false bans, right? And we have, you know, tools on our end to validate whether or not these users are cheating. That was all I wanted. And he, you know, he came back with, they can't tell you what they're going to ban for, otherwise cheaters would avoid it. And I was like, I literally said that in my video 3 days ago. So shut up. I know, Trey, like, I'm not an idiot. That's not what I said. But I know he was getting a lot of tweets from a lot of really stupid people. So I'm sure he was polite, you know, he was just trying to,
yeah, he did everything.
He assumed that I was a stupid person. And while I'm stupid in a lot of things, this is one of the areas, like, when I step back from content creation, believe it or not, I'm a normal human with a job. So I'm like, hey, boss, like, appreciate that. But no, like, it's just weird to me that BSG has made no communications. Like, to get access to this Discord, you have to look up Trey, you know, Trey community Discord, you know, Trey cheaters.
Right.
And you have to go to Trey's video and Trey's description. And it's like, that doesn't feel like a BSG tool, but they're saying it's a BSG tool. And I'm like, oh, and dude, here's the thing, real quick. The other reason I'm worried about this, one of the guys in there, I'm not going to name him, but he's kind of a little bit whiny and bitchy. I've killed him before, and he reported me for cheating, and I had both POVs. And when I showed it to him, he was just like, yeah, that's just bullshit. The game's just bullshit. And I was like, okay, sick. But you said he's 100% cheating. 100% cheating. All I did is walk up and shoot him in the face. Like, anyway, so you have people like that in there who say like every third death is a cheat, and I'm like, you have them reviewing?
Oh, but don't worry, dude. You can apply if you have enough hours.
No, they closed that. You can't even do that. I applied originally, and then they said no. They just shut it all down. They didn't even say no. They just deleted everyone's applications, which, I mean, I don't care. I get it. You don't want too many cooks. Like, I understand.
Yeah, fair enough.
But I don't see this. Sorry, go ahead. Why don't you start talking? I've got a lot to say.
Yeah, no, I mean, shit, I think we both do at this point. But I was just going to say that I think that's a symptom of the problem. If you're not going to have regular people in your loop, and it's just going to be Sherpa content creators 2.0, nothing is going to happen. Like, you're not going to get anything done, even in the pie in the sky world where you are going to be actually banning people from this Discord or through this Discord. You will not have enough people doing it.
Well, and one of the things too that, like, another reason that I don't believe this is going to work, Nane in chat brought up a good point where he was like, people steal accounts and whatever, and BSG was ignoring my tickets. My other thing with this is, like, it's not specifically about stolen accounts. There's nothing you can really do about that, and we know BSG support is bad, right? Everyone knows they're bad. But what I'm nervous about is, if you have a terrible support team that can't work timely with, like, how do you resolve these false bans? The only way that people who are false banned get unbanned is if they make a Reddit post that goes viral, or if they're a massive creator. If anyone is false banned from this system should be disbanded, because that means it was a failure on BSG. It is not a failure on the creators. It is not a failure on anyone who submitted the clip. That is BSG. You know, it's like the Rengar situation.
100%.
I love poking fun at Rengar, but it was not his fault. It was BSG's fault, because you should have done your due diligence. And they specifically show that they don't do that. Like, they don't.
I mean, it's the same equivalent to the dev banning someone. He did not take the time to look it up. He just fired away. And hey, here's the thing. Rengar probably is pretty accurate with who he thinks is cheating. And sometimes he slip up, and whoever handled that ban just trusted him as he would. Right. Because he probably makes good calls 98% of the time.
Right.
Super shit situation. But yeah, that to circle it back, just like you said, that is one of the prime reasons that I do not think that this is going to work. People are just going to get false banned, or nothing's going to happen.
Well, and in the video I did a couple days ago, my rant video on it, I had the two perspectives, where you know, the streamer is aiming at a window, and I come around the corner, and I'm all jittery and freaky and teleporting around and crack him in the head instantly when I'm not on his screen. You watch my POV, I walk up, I do a circle strafe and shoot him in the face. It's nothing spectacular at all. But the disconnect, and he's like, oh my gosh, he's cheating. And then you see my name is like, Jiang, whatever.
He's definitely cheating.
He's 100% cheating. Chinese white name. Which is a whole nother thing. Like, am I going to be, is this, I mean, these people are biased, right? The people in this community think
human beings are biased.
So if they see a white name or a silly name, they're going to be much more inclined to pass it along. So, and if those are ever factors, it's another failure. Like, but there's no way to remove it. It's just dumb, man. It's dumb. I shouldn't be penalized for having a, standard account, and you should fucking, shit. And if there's lists, if there's names that we can't use because they're sus, give me a list. Write a list. Give me a fucking encyclopedia of names we're not allowed to have, because
I'm on the other side of it. If you are policing based on fucking names, that is ridiculous.
Right.
That is fucking ridiculous.
Agree, actually 100%, but I just assume that they already do. I mean, streamers already do it, right? Like, so.
Yeah, but there's a difference between you and I sitting there and being like, lovely, I got killed by legit player 1. Like, I trust that, he's a white name. And and versus BSG being like, yes, someone who paid $35 for our game with a white name, you're cheating. See ya.
Right. Yeah.
The frame changes as soon as you have the power to ban someone. It's all fun and games when you and I are like, oh yeah, I believe that report. But as soon as you perceptively have that power, whether they love to say that they don't have the power to ban. At the end of the day, I mean, you're sending people off to be judged.
Right.
Yeah, you can't be prejudiced like that.
I just don't think the whole like one perspective is good. Basically, this is why I want BSG to say something, because everyone, the defenders of this are going to come in and say like, well, they don't ban, they just send it off. BSG bans. And my point is like, I don't even believe BSG has the appropriate tools to identify whether or not people are cheating. So if they're just going to look at stats, and they're just going to look at, like, if they have to click a manual ban button, the system is fucked. If any employee has to click a manual ban button, the system's going to be fucked.
And here's the flip side. If we are living in the coolest timeline instead of the worst timeline, the reason that Trey is not saying anything is because they actually do have some sort of tool where they can look up the raid and have a replay feature. Well, that would be the best case scenario.
They have something, because Nikita said a while ago when dynamic loot was introduced, he said, I look at the player pathing, and you guys aren't even going to where the loot is. So they can see some sort of visualization of player movement. As you would hope, right? You would hope that that's a tool that they build into their game.
You would sincerely hope so, yeah.
But I just am like, I don't know, man. I still just, I don't, here's the thing. I honestly do not trust half the streamers in there, because I've watched their streams and they've died to shit that is so normal, and they go, that guy's cheating 100%. I go, you're just dog shit, bitter, and you're streaming, you're mad because the audio's bad. There's too many other things right now, right? There's too many issues with desync. There's too many issues with the raw networking of the game, right? Because things can look completely different. Not desync, just look wildly different. Like you can be in, like the invisible bug, right? Or the thing where for some people you might be running in place at spawn, your character model, but you're actually like zipping around. You're blasting them, right? You've got the new audio, like the people who think I'm cheating because I sit in the basement and I VoIP to them, and it's like, is it scummy? Yeah, probably. I mean, I don't really care. I'm rage baiting. I'm trying to work people up. It's the same reason I have the goofy name, right? If I'm fighting two players and I shoot one in the face and he dies and he sees my name is like Jiao, then all of a sudden his partner is like, oh my gosh, like fuck, oh shit,
demoralized.
Exactly. It's just a stupid, dumb, baity tool, but that's not illegal.
No.
I don't know, man. There's just too much other shit. I don't think it's gonna. I just don't think it's gonna work.
Dude, people think that you're cheating if you check a common spot. If you look at the tree and shoot someone up in there, people think you're cheating. So, yeah, with one POV, I really don't see it working well. I hope that Trey has more tools, and I hope the entire tier 2 team has more tools than what we perceive them to have. Because if not, it's going to be ineffective, and at best ineffective. At worst, they're going to be banning people left and right.
And what they need to have, and because it's through a Discord, I know they don't have this. This is what also kind of annoys me, is that it's not like a BSG sanctioned application. It would be nice if it had some sort of like a trust metric that was built in, like in CSGO's Overwatch, where it's like, how reliable are you?
My brother,
if this isn't built right too, like again, we talked about it so many times on these, but BSG consistently fails at building a solid foundation for anything. Even this program is skeletal, like Slack job, just a mess.
Yeah, and by the way, they're building Arena right now. Yeah, like I think if they had a system like Overwatch where you open the launcher, okay, and you click live, and instead of there being just live in ETS or whatever, there's now replay, and you load into that, and it is a trimmed down version of the game where you type in whatever reported raid code, you take it away at the keyboard, and then bam, you're there, and you're looking at a top down view. You're seeing as much information as you're allowed to see. I don't think that we would have as many doubts if that was the case, but we don't know that that's the case. There's like zero communication from either side more than it exists. Send your clips here.
Yeah,
I got no faith, man. That's where I'm at. And like I think I said this to you yesterday, I guarantee you, if I boot up and play my normal load of Tarkov, like 4 to 6 hours, I'm going to run into at least one blatant cheater.
Yeah. Right. All right. So it was choppy. I just want to make sure it's coming back.
Oh, good.
Yeah, man. I just, I don't know.
I hope it goes for the best, dude. But I'm definitely more worried about it than not.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you think about this RMT ban stuff with Vibin and the other guy, the German guy?
Oh, geez. Okay, so again, we have no fucking information, dude. We got nothing. Nothing to go off of. But
I think. Oh, sorry.
No, I was just gonna say that it's definitely not malice. I think it's just they got caught up in some RMT ban. It could be because they interacted with an item that was RMT'd or something like that. It could be just because they got a viewer kit that was a flagged amount. I think I'm more leaning towards like option A, where one way or another, like he bought something just, not nefarious at all. Just bought something off the fleet that was an RMT procured item, something like that.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. I saw, Airwing had an interesting tweet. Real quick. Airwing had said, but I can't find it. Anyway, basically he said that people were coming into his chat. He had a couple times, like the past 2 weeks, where random viewers who are first time chatters were coming into chat and were saying, hey, I found this, I found this blue key card. I'll give it to you.
I'm reading it right now.
And so Airwing was trying to like conspiracy theory, like maybe people were going into their chat. They knew they were going to get him RMT banned because it was, they knew that the account was burned, and they were like, I'm going to take some streamers down with me. Again, here's the thing. Even if that's true, I would still expect some sort of response from BSG to be able to investigate that. Especially if it happened live. Like, there's so much weirdo stuff, right?
I could believe that just based on how other games track RMT. They basically like put a sticker on the item and say this is bunk. Follow the trail.
Right. Like how Old School does it.
Exactly.
Old School does a really good job. Those are always interesting videos to watch. But
yeah, but I mean, it sucks. I read another tweet. I can't remember who. Just same situation. The Airwing Marine tweet that you're talking about. Where he was like, all of the RMT changes since found in raid, all of them have hindered the game in some way.
Yeah.
Hindered the game experience.
Mm-hmm.
And I agree with that. I believe that there are ways that they could do it without having restrictions on GPUs and stuff like that. And this might be one of the ways. However, we're seeing maybe a side effect of that type of tracking where you have people who are buying 15 Propitals for the next like 5 raids or whatever, and just by the nature of it, they're picking up a tagged item.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. But...
super weird. What do you think about it?
I mean,
I know you RMT a lot.
Yeah, but I haven't gotten caught yet, so I buy from a good provider. No, I mean,
good.
Here's the thing. I think Viben's a dweeb. He's kind of a dick. And I've fought him before a couple times. We were on the same service for a while, and you know, he's said he's shit talked a little bit on his stream about me. But I don't ever want somebody false banned for this. Like, he should, if it is a false ban, it is fucked that it has not been reverted yet.
Yep,
because
and it's also
it's
been doubled down, hasn't it?
Yeah, because he was banned from the Discord. They unfollowed him on Twitter, like Switch saying, like I mean, it looks like it. But I think, I don't know. It's weirdo. No, Hicks, you don't need to worry about it. This is we're speculating. The normal play. Yeah, this is all speculation. So people got banned for RMT, like the real money trading, and there's no information on how that happened or where the RMT was done. And these players who do this were like level 60 with hundreds of millions of rubles. So, but they do it all on stream. So like they don't need to RMT. That's what's weird about it.
Right.
But I don't
Unless
know.
Maybe they were selling.
Unless they were selling.
Then it's weird.
Dude, selling off stream actually could have been a mad. I deleted my own stash.
Depending on the exchange, you know.
Yeah, whatever, man. I would sell. I would be a Venezuelan gold farmer. But yeah, do you want to open it up and just start?
Yeah, let's get some people in here. Whoever wants to come in and chit chat.
Anybody, if you want to come in and chat and talk about basically the new cheater council or the weirdo RMT bans, go ahead and hop in the Discord. It's in the description, and there's a waiting room that you can hop in. We do have Sai in there right now, so we'll go ahead and pull him in. But just hop in there, and we will pull you in. Anyone's welcome. Let's grab Sai. Sai, good morning.
What's going on, dude?
Is it morning for you?
Yeah, it is. It's 10 o'clock. I'm literally eating 2 bagels right now.
Ah, dude, delicious.
Good boy.
It's okay. So yeah, we're in the same time zone, dude. How do you feel about? What do you think about this whole cheater council? What do you think?
The cheater fiasco, I think, is absolutely a shitty idea, because the problem is that when it comes to these so-called veterans that think that they know much more better at games, when in the end they're just like crybabies, and the fact that this game has so many technical issues, it's just a horrible idea. Because like, let's just say there's 3 people that are level 60 or whatever. Sure, they've seen a few cheaters, but the problem is, since there's so many technical issues in this game, they could just be banning legitimate players. Like, what was his name? William 21 South?
I don't. Is that the guy that Rengar, or not Rengar?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, Rengar.
Reported, but that BSG banned.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't look at the Reddit thread, or else I would have gotten banned from his Twitch channel. You know. Yeah, I just don't even. Just the community council thing sounds absolutely stupid.
Like, I get the intentions because they have Overwatch in like other games, right? Like, it makes sense, but I'm just the structure doesn't seem to be there. I don't know. That's just.
If it was, I like where Trey's going with this, because I know Trey initially set this up, right? But the problem is that it should not just be top of the trade Twitch streamers. CS:GO's Overwatch does this really well because it's trusted players from all from higher ranks, and they're just like everyday average Joes, you know. It isn't like stroking my dick right now because I'm good at the game, like Twitch streamers.
Right.
It's just decent players that don't circle jerk around themselves, and I feel like that's where that could be. But the problem is that if you want to go that direction, you need to have like a replay system, things like that, because there isn't just a one-way perspective of things.
Agree.
It's not gonna. Sorry, I'm selling this bagel right now. I love
okay,
eating those bagels.
You're good.
By the way, Philadelphia brand cream cheese is fucking delicious. So.
Well, does anyone do you buy any other brands? I mean, I feel like that's the only brand of cream cheese.
I mean, like, I live in New York, so like, I don't really go to a lot of
sin to buy Philadelphia. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, buy Philadelphia brand cream chease. #ad. #sponsored by.
Whoa, hey, hold on. We're not getting any of these. Hold on.
Yeah. I did. What? You said something good that I wanted to say. Because it does have really good intentions. Oh, the replay system. I totally agree, man. With only one perspective, it's just you can. I don't think there's enough information. Like I think I'm a good player. I think I can usually tell with, I would say, 70% certainty whether or not somebody's cheating, because there's that 30% weirdo, like the game is so weird and has so many other issues that could make it look like they're cheating. You know? It could have given them a weirdo audio cue and they just shot at the audio cue through the wall, that I didn't hear on my end. Those are known issues. So but that 70% certainty would not be enough for me to be comfortable sending somebody off unless they were fucking flying in front of me, unless they were flying in front of me. I wouldn't feel comfortable enough sending somebody off to be banned. It just doesn't make sense to me. I ego report all the time. There's sometimes people that I'm like, they probably just outplayed me, but I'm a bitter little shit and I report them. Does that hurt my report score? Yes. Do I care? No, because I'm bitter and shitty, and that's why I don't want to be on that, I'm irresponsible. I don't want people making these kind of decisions on other players. I don't know.
Me personally, because I'm pretty light and don't care a lot because the game's shit. If it's like a legitimate cheater that I know, like this dude is just like on the 12th story of nothing and just shoots me from the middle of the air, I'm going to report him. But at the same time, like, if it's like a little suspicious, but at the same time, because the game has so many technical issues, I just don't care. I just click next. Like, there's so many, like, when it comes to Tarkov, there's only so many battles that you can choose. And I just choose not to take a lot of battles because it's just not worth your time investigating.
You're right.
Because because I'm in a few Tarkov related Discords and not a lot because I don't, actually I shouldn't say I don't spend a lot of time in this game. I've had 2 Kappas previously. I'm level 20. I'm level 19 right now because I've been playing other shit, but I go into channels and there are just crybabies that are like, I just got killed by a cheater. Fuck this shit, ass, fuck, Right. It's just not worth it to like take every single suspicious death to heart and be like, I'm gonna see what I can do about this. It's just not worth it. But if you take like, but if you
alternatively, don't you? Let me just ask you this: don't you think that if the game was in a better place, netcode wise or anything like that, there wouldn't be so many false reports and maybe
100%
hunt down those,
Yeah, I think you could have a better
100%. This game had a lot better netcode, then there'd be a lot less suspicious in quotes because they're not suspicious deaths. Because let's be honest here, the Rengar situation would happen if BSG were actually competent developers. So
right, had they done their due diligence and done true review, I don't believe it would have happened. But yeah, I don't know, man.
It's just garbage.
How would you change it? What would you, specifically the program, what would you change about the program to make you like it more, basically?
To like it more, basically, I feel like, and I know everybody says this, but for sure, move it to Unreal, because Unity is a kind of is an engine that's not made for large games such as Tarkov. Tarkov has so many optimization issues, etc. But really, they don't.
Yeah, it's actually a great game. Have you heard the new audio?
Yeah.
It's really nice.
Yeah.
Right.
I remember I'm playing the game with binary audio off because I remember some person telling me that FPS you get more, and all of a sudden I hear like these footsteps over there, but they're behind me. It's just like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
How do people release this shit? They call it a beta, but it's been 6 years. You might as well just call this might as well call this full release beta. I don't know. That's not a thing, but
no, I get what you mean though. Oh man, thanks for jumping through. Oh, sorry. No, go ahead.
Yeah.
I didn't want to.
I just hate how these developers will release new things and be like, hey, this is cool, and then release like a half-fledged version of it and just continue to build off of it. Because by doing
pissed me off.
Yeah. Because by doing stuff like that, it really like decreases the player retention. Sure, they'll get new players, but let's be honest here. How many new players are there compared to all the veteran players or players that have left just because the long-time players have been able to cope with all like the technical issues, and everybody else is just like, this game's shit, I'm done after like 100 hours.
Yeah.
So
I have a graveyard behind me of many people, friends and otherwise, who have, I've either told them about the game or they've watched a YouTube short or something, like, oh wow, it looks sick, and then they pick it up and they don't make it to level 10 because
I'm
there's
done
so
with
many
this.
hurdles.
I'm going back to CS:GO. Like, yeah,
it's a mess.
Well, Si, thanks for stopping through. Thanks for plugging Philadelphia and enjoying your bagels on the podcast.
Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you.
If Philadelphia doesn't hand out a check to us, I'm gonna be so upset at you.
No, I'm gonna come to him.
Yeah.
Make sure everybody screams at me in my DMs if you don't like your Philadelphia cream cheese.
Yeah, if I don't like it, I'm banning you everywhere I can. All right.
See you guys.
See you, man. Yeah, I think that's probably going to be the resounding thing that we're going to hear is people want there to be a system behind it, not just willy-nilly. Which is logical. Every game that he named, they A, have a good netcode and good frame, good bones, and then B, they have a dedicated program around it. It's not just a Discord.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to pull Blood in here.
Cool.
Hey, Blood.
Hello.
What's up, dude? Volume up.
I'm eating a sandwich right now.
Oh, you're good. Everyone's been
and we're hitting everyone yet. Damn it, now I'm hungry.
But no, about Tarkov, this fight is just too hard. I'm gonna be real.
Yeah.
This fight is just too hard.
What makes it so tough compared to the other wipes you've played? How many wipes have you played, actually?
I'd say about 2 or 3 of me reaching some. Most of the time I reach 30, but like one of the wipes I reached like 42. Anyway, I just hate how they fucking gatekeep every good thing about the game.
Yeah.
Do you mean items or stuff like Kappa?
Items and whatnot. Yeah, like ammo and stuff like that. Every wipe by wipe, they make ammo rarer. They make getting like good stuff actually rare. And honestly, whenever somebody tells me how to enjoy the game, I tell them first reach level 26, and then you can start enjoying the game.
What's it level 26? The ump? No. When does that unlock? No, what is it 26 though, out of curiosity?
Okay, so once you unlock therapist level 3 and like you have good rep and like with all traders, you basically like every scav raid you would do, you can trade in with like the items and buy shit from traders, not the flea market, because 10 times you get the idea. And you can like trade in the scav run for a BMC good kit, like.
You mean like barters and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And with the money you get from the scav and the items you can buy from like level 2 to level 3 traders. But no, I just hate how they gatekeep everything and make every wipe harder.
Yeah, I do feel like oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I've been talking. Go ahead.
I do feel like they've definitely done. They keep pushing. It feels like the actual game. Like there's always that joke where it's like, and now I can play the game. I feel like they keep pushing the time when that starts further and further, and they keep adding fluff tasks that are not fun or engaging. They just are things you have to do to be able to get the stuff. Like locking some of the medical, the splint and the hemostat or whatever, like behind Lightkeeper, or not Lightkeeper, I'm sorry, Lighthouse tasks, like stuff that's just exhausting. It even as somebody who's played 6 or 7 wipes, whatever I've done, I am also tired of doing the same shit, and it is getting exhausting for me. And I get these high levels, like I'm like almost level 50 right now. I go to these high levels, and even for me, I'm like, oh my gosh, that is a slog. So as somebody like you, as you're describing, who plays it kind of casually or like reasonably, treats it like a normal game, dude, I can't imagine. I always wonder about that, because it has to be so tiring. That's it, man. It just has to be exhausting.
Like this wipe, my first run, I had 2 shotguns, and like I would reach level 4, maybe 3, if not, with ease if I didn't get extra camped for the first raid. But anyway, to really deliver my like opinion on this is that I don't play the game hard. I tried playing and trying, didn't really work out for me, and I have other things to do.
Of course.
And at the end of the day, I just like playing the game. I don't care if I die or anything.
Mm-hmm.
But I do make this joke about if like World War III happened and all these new kids got into the gun community, you would see a lot of cursed guns so they can use them on the enemy and have them shit on them, which is I see, which kind of Tarkov technically is about, because at first you would be like, oh, I want to be tactical cool, this LARPer shit, right? And then once you actually start getting good at the game, you start spamming hot mic zone and fucking kill people with sawed off Mosin and shit on them.
Yeah. No, that's goofy. That is one of those like little charm things too that you can't do in a lot of other games. Is I mean you can make cursed guns, but Tarkov cursed guns are like they're on a different level.
Yeah, they
They
are next level.
They're a little fucked up. There's something about them that's a little.
As soon as you slap
little
7
raw.
flashlights on the end of a gun, you're on another level.
Funny, but
Ivan, the fuck did you do? I need to change.
47
Traded the
barrels
sun.
sawed off. Yeah.
Well,
sweet.
no, about the
No, sorry, go ahead.
about the networking, I see the problem a lot in other games where, you know, it's clearly hit the head and this motherfucker has a fucking fishing hat on.
Right.
This should kill him. This called hit rig. Do you know why? Do you know why it's a hit rig?
Yeah. We've talked a little bit
Hit
about it on the
reg, yeah,
podcast before,
Yeah.
about hit reg. So people definitely know. So yeah, you can if you want to keep going. People know.
Yeah, go for it.
Hit rig, in my opinion, isn't really an issue that can be fixed completely. At some point, you have to understand that this problem exists, and not only in Tarkov, in other many games, even CS:GO and whatnot,
Sure.
with desync and whatnot, and
Sure.
backgrounding and networking things. Unless if you're Call of Duty, which let's be honest, you're not. You can fix the hit trick issue at some point, but even then, we going to have to recognize the hit trick issue as a real problem that exists in Tarkov and any other realistic wannabe game.
But just from me playing a decent amount of other games, do you also agree that it's particularly bad in Tarkov? Like I was playing Call of Duty last night, and on like 2 or 3 occasions, I was like, God, how did that sniper shot miss? I was right on his head, but that was like 2 or 3 times. In Tarkov, I can have that happen on 1 scav. You know what I mean?
Sometimes, no, I do relate. Sometimes I be playing games, I see the blood splatter on his head, on this motherfucker fishing net fucking of a hat net. He just doesn't die. Man has an iron head.
Yeah, it's
But-
goofy.
This is the problem. Again, it is iterating. It shouldn't exist, but we do sometimes need to acknowledge this as a problem and other networking problems that exist with Tarkov. In my opinion, Tarkov is a small Unity game that is more of a community type and not business. Sure, you pay like $100 for the game, but the game is not like worldwide popular, and only the fucking nerd kids who me and you talk about it. Hey guys, I want to play Tarkov. I carry. But no, this is the idea.
No, makes sense. Yeah, well, thanks for stopping through. I mean, hit reg is always something that's, yeah, especially a touchy subject in this game because there's
Hand
so
in hand with
little
netcode.
information. And I mean, you also layer that on with like the different scav HP pools, so everything just it can feel really weird and really good one day, and yeah, it's just a mess. But
That's it. I'm done. Can I go eat my sandwich now?
yeah,
Go eat your
great,
sandwich, brother.
See ya, man.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks for chatting. Can I go eat my sandwich? We weren't stopping you,
You could have
man.
made it on the call.
we weren't stopping you.
You brought up good points, but that last sentence caught me off guard. I wasn't ready. Can I go eat my sandwich now? Yes.
Held the man. We
Yes,
held the
bro.
man at gunpoint to
Yes,
fucking
you can eat
speak
your
his
sandwich.
thoughts.
Nice guy. It's funny. Oh no.
Jeez.
All right. Hi, Yan.
You told me that I should join, so I did. Hi.
No,
yeah.
that's not what I said. You said,
And that's
do you need somebody to converse with? And I said, come on in. I didn't tell you to join.
I mean, I suppose that's true too. Yeah, I just don't have anything to say. I just saw that there are not a lot of people, so I suppose we can like just talk.
Yeah, you can chat. How do you? Well, it's gonna be about Tarkov, dude.
yeah. You
I'm
gotta
gonna
talk
ask you a
about Tarkov.
question. What do we want to say? Why haven't you played this wipe? Let's do that.
That's actually a pretty good question. I just, as soon as I suppose it comes from the bad taste from last wipe, especially with Lighthouse. Lighthouse was just rough for me all the time. I didn't know the map too well. It's also my fault. But I don't have the best PC anymore. I still fucking rock DDR3 RAM. So Lighthouse kind of,
Yeah.
Tarkov in general just doesn't run well for me. And it's one of these games where FPS does matter. In a game like, for example, Hunt Showdown that I played a lot recently, it's the FPS matter way less. I have more FPS in Tarkov, but it just feels more stuttier.
Mm-hmm.
Stuttering, yeah.
Yeah.
Stuttering.
It just feels less smooth, I suppose. That's been an issue, so I didn't have as much fun. And this wipe, I just wasn't motivated, especially upon hearing the entire stuff they did with the audio. It was like, no, I don't really want to play that.
Right. Especially if you're coming from Hunt, where it's like exceptional audio.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
Critically acclaimed.
Right. You wouldn't want to step down.
Not at all. I mean, I would have the time. It's just that I don't have a lot of people I would play with in my time zone.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the only people I play with is like Switch sometimes.
Well, yeah, and it's
bad
it's
sometimes.
even hard with those ping restrictions. Because here's the thing: even when I connect to like the closest EU, I can still DC. It's just rough.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that too. That's also very rough. But recently my ping has been more stable, so I suppose I could play. Just mostly that I just don't want to. It doesn't really attract me anymore. I suppose the gun customization, all that is still very cool, but another thing that always bothers me is that some guns just don't really work. I don't know how it's now with the new recoil and all that, but that usually I want to run stupid guns that look cool.
Right.
And I can't really do that efficiently.
No, you can't even do that anymore. I feel, so much of that customization's just been
Removed,
changed up.
basically.
Yeah.
I have a follow-up question, Mr. Yan.
Yes. Kiss me. What?
What do you like? What would need to happen to bring you back in? Just give me like the rundown of what would get you excited to install Tarkov and boot that sucker back up. Minus having a new computer that would be capable of running it.
Well, I need friends.
You got plenty of those.
No, but one of the main things
you'll never play again.
One of the main things, it's just basically a big list of small things, but one of the bigger things is just this inconsistent performance bothers me. Again, with the stutters and all that. That's just the thing that bothers me the most, because sometimes the game runs smooth as fuck. And then another time on the same map, same time, it just doesn't anymore. It just says, no, here you go. This is what I can give you. It just feels way too, Plus it's a little bit, I'm basically also supporting a project that can never get finished realistically.
Right.
By playing it. Because I think you spoke about that. I heard something with Unity Engine. You can't do that with Unity Engine to this grand scheme. You can't. It's just not strong enough for this kind of game, in my opinion. Except if you want to hack your way through it, but it's rough already. So
yeah, I mean, I literally just
go ahead.
I was just gonna say I don't know enough about the differences between Unity and Unreal and transitioning engines and what that would even look like. Because here's I don't know enough to have an opinion on it. That's all. I don't have enough detailed knowledge to even give a. I know what people say, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know what the actual inner workings look like, and I don't know. If even, let's say that's true, who knows how long that migration could take. And that's the kind of stuff that I think I'm we're locked in Unity. I don't see them ever changing the engine. Ever.
Exactly.
That ship sailed in...
It's a waste of breath.
Early 2018. I think that was their last opportunity to make any engine changes, but they've had 3 years of iterations on this Unity. They've went through 2 different versions of updated Unity. There's no way on God's green earth that they are going to do an engine swap, but they need to.
They should at least be honest about it though, because Streets right now, from what I saw, how big is Streets?
It's pretty goddamn big.
Yeah.
Like,
doesn't it only feel big?
Yeah, like you could argue that, like footprint wise, it's massive.
It feels
But
like
when you
woods,
realize
though, where
that-
it's just a lot
yeah.
of sprinting from point to point.
If you
me.
think of the buildings that you can't go into as trees, it's just like woods. You're basically walking through a forest of trees, and every once in a while there's a building with loot and a building of loot there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean,
And half the buildings aren't worth going into because there's no
Yeah.
good loot there. But that's, I mean, loot's a whole nother discussion for Tarkov.
Oh,
'cause
yeah.
It's like that. There's so much that could be talked there.
Mhm.
It's just a mess, is what it feels like. It feels
But-
like an emotional mess. If you really invest into the game, you're not gonna have a good time.
Yeah, I
what I
agree.
feel like.
I agree.
So I
If
just
you play this game casually, you'll have fun. For people like Bad Nye and some of these other creators who spend, hundreds of hours playing each wipe, you
and
have
$100 dollars. Some of you, sorry.
some of you, yeah, excuse you. I do not.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I don't know. I don't know who would do that.
I like
but-
my white name. I like getting reported. It's funny,
Yes.
okay? It's funny.
God, I don't know who would like to have a crown by their head.
It's a fake crown. I earned mine. But yeah, no, it's just a different thing for us because we're more invested.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, and I think
But
are you okay with us pulling Siri in here to talk or do you have more to? Sorry, I don't want to cut you off if you have more to say about it.
Oh no, I don't. I literally just came here because I felt bad that nobody really wanted to talk to you. So I just went like, hey,
Get him out of here.
yeah,
Get
a
him out
little
of here. He
bit,
felt
a
bad
little
for us.
bit.
Oh, douche.
Felt bad
douchebag.
for us.
You
Come
think
on.
that you and I can't sit here and shoot the shit
Yeah.
and just talk about Tarkov? Homie acts like 9:30 a.m. in America when probably 90% of my viewers, I can actually look at the demographics, are like 16 years old. Okay, I'm giving 16-year-olds a platform at 9:30 in the morning on a Saturday. How many of them are up at 9:30 a.m. on a Saturday?
They're in math class right now.
It's Saturday, bad.
Oh, that's right. Well, they should be. All right. That's why China's winning.
Stupid little. Oh, good grief. Siri, speak.
Howdy ho.
All right, I'm gonna turn him up.
What's up, dude?
Try again.
Going once, going twice.
That's good enough. All right, dude. What do you think about it?
Jesus fuck, what don't I think about it? It's insane. Well, hold on, I gotta mute the stream. I'm killing myself here.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, the whole like community anti-cheat is ridiculous to me because it's really bad in terms of how much information the player has, and then you're just trading that player's perspective and putting it in front of a new person who already is probably biased because they signed up for this.
Right.
And so you got all these guys who are like, yeah, let's get the cheaters, woohoo! But then like they don't know about desync or how right-hand peaks work, or like just the fact that the new netcode now makes it so that the other person appears super stuttery, but on their screen it'll be buttery smooth the whole time they kill you.
Right.
And so it's like you just got a big bowl of goofballs who don't know what they're doing.
Mm-hmm. I think, yeah, I mean, we've been saying this all day, but I think that should be noted, right? People who have been listening to this might be thinking like, okay, well, everyone's just repeating the same thing. I think that's an important thing to recognize even in and of itself, is like the entire community feels the same way, where we're saying, this seems really iffy. I don't think this is because I don't think you have enough information. So that is what points I want to, scream back at my point I made at the beginning. BSG, put out a tweet, please, that just says, we have additional tools to review the user submitted information, and we will be using those to ensure that there are no false bans. You know what I mean? Like just something that, because then I'm
a
like,
little
oh,
reassurance,
okay.
yeah.
I'll instantly change my tune.
Yeah, if there's, because it makes it sound like they're taking it seriously, but they haven't.
Yeah.
I mean, again, they have not even acknowledged. They have not even acknowledged that this program exists. You have to go to Trey's YouTube channel to find it. Like,
Dude,
Which, let's
it's-
talk on that point for a second here. Let's say you want to report a cheater to that program. Wouldn't it be better to have that on the launcher or on a Twitter, like on BSG's Twitter, something that, like, it doesn't make sense to me.
no,
I don't get it.
So that's the thing that makes it hyper weird to me, is unless I just dreamed this up, BSG tweeted about it once from the Battle State Games account on Twitter. It was like, hey, we have this like new thing we're doing, but there was no link to the Discord. There was only like a link to like they at Trey in the tweet, and that was it.
No, where? I'm gonna look for this because
Yeah,
I didn't see
I'm
that.
doing some digging. I believe that came to you in a dream.
Yeah, bro. No, they didn't do that. I'm looking at it right
Maybe
now.
I'm just dreaming of a better reality.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
here's
it's
the
like
thing.
you're-
They put out a TikTok and then they reacted to the whole like all the companies reacting to a tweet, and that's it.
Yeah, dude.
Jesus
They
Christ.
have not responded to anything.
And the thing that makes it even weirder to me is like with the whole like filter thing, they were on that like instantly. Like immediately we're like, hey, we're gonna be looking into this filter thing and deciding if it's something we want in the game.
Yeah.
Hey, actually, you know what? We think this is an unfair advantage. Here's explicit rules of what's going to happen, which is
Right.
you will not be banned if you use it, but the game will prevent you from launching it with it installed.
Yeah.
Here are the files you need to remove. Like they were on that, like it was just so clear, and I was like, whoa, this is unprecedented levels of communication from y'all. And then they just immediately go back to radio silence and being super vague and lazy about it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I ugh, dude, I don't know. That one just wears me. The whole filter thing in general, I mean we can chat on that a little bit. I thought the response was so goofy where it was like you know, any applications like this in the future, you'll be banned, whatever. It's goofy because like it's so vague. It's so vague, it's nonsensical. It's just they're covering their asses so that when they ban people for fun because they found they don't like an application or a way a streamer's saying, they can point to that tweet, right?
Yeah.
But like out of spite, I went into my NVIDIA settings and I just remade my own filter in like an hour of testing. It looks about the same as and I never installed the other program, but it's like, that's totally fine. And just sitting there, I don't even use it. I set it up and was like looking at it because it was like a proof of concept. I want to prove to myself if I wanted to do this, I can. And it's just like, but they're not going to do anything. They can't ban me for it. Don't know.
They can't stop NVIDIA GeForce from running.
Right. Congratulations. What are you going to do? Ban my graphics card? Okay.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
The filters thing is just end to end, like wall to wall dumb, but they were surprisingly like active and clear about it. And I was just like, that's really weird. And then we turn around and you get the whole trade thing where it's like, yeah, there's some guy over there who's gonna be sending us vids every once in a while, maybe. We might look at it.
Right.
Like, you don't know what's going on, you don't know what the steps of the process are, so you don't know. For the average person, like they won't even know like how to submit to this process,
Right.
like you said.
Right.
It's just like,
and if you're not a
complete
Trey
mystery
viewer,
operation.
if you're not a Trey viewer, how do you even know this thing exists? If you're a normal ass player who gets cheated on and you have a clip, but you don't jump through all of BSG's hoops, you don't follow them across, even if you follow them on Twitter. Let's say you just don't like Trey, okay? You've never watched his content, and you have a cheater, like a clip of a guy flying, doing somersaults in the air and headshotting and spinbotting, okay? You would never know. Even if you followed their Twitter account, you would never know.
Right.
Which is crazy to me. You can't find it in game, you can't find it in the launcher, you can't find it on their forums. How is that a BSG partnered and backed or a supported, process? You're full of shit, man. I don't know.
Who fucking knows, dude? Maybe the VHS tape item will get a little description to point you to Trey's Discord.
Yeah. They'll only put it in some weirdo text in a quest, and that's how, because everything has to be in game. So, or
You
have to,
Intel
gotta
Center.
discover the anti-cheat in game, bro.
yeah, to get the link, you have to get Intel Center level 3. Yeah, good grief, dude.
It's just one, and then to touch on the whole tech debt thing, it's just like at this point, you pretty much hit it on the head previously. Like they're sticking with Unity, but I also think that will be the like nail in the coffin for this game, which is they have a really ambitious scope of a project, and Unity is like the 6-year-old you're trying to get to deadlift 315.
Yeah, right.
Like they might do it, but it's going to break some things in the
Yeah.
process.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
Yep, and there's no going back.
Right.
So, that's the tone, right?
Yeah, like they're committed to digging this grave, I guess.
And that's not to say that Unity 2023 doesn't come out and fixes a lot of the issues that they run into, but I mean, you're really that's a bet right there. you know,
that's two bets baked into one, because that requires Unity 2023 coming out and being able to fix the issues, and that requires them actually doing the work to like put themselves on that version of Unity.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know, man.
not looking good, boys.
Yeah, it's like this.
It's weirdly bleak and not at the same time, because then every so often they make good changes, like the recoil reduction, increasing pen on those two 5.45 rounds and the base M4 round. And like we take small steps that are in the right direction, but then we're taking leaps and bounds off a cliff. And I'm like, hey, does anyone else see it?
Right. I agree.
Christ almighty.
Anyway. All right, Siri. Well, thanks for stopping. You want to pull Siri, or I'm going to rip Tyler in here and see
Let's get
what
Tyler in
wonderful
here.
take he has. I'm sure it'll be good. Tyler's never had a bad take in his life, right, Siri?
Thanks, Siri.
My lawyer has told me not to discuss this issue any further.
Oh boy,
See ya.
he's lawyered up.
All right, here we go. Hey, Tyler, what's your good take?
Hey, okay, hold on. I want to talk about
Here we go. Okay.
what that transition into me was all about, huh?
Just hyping you up. I'm the hype man. You've never
Yeah.
said a bad thing ever. You've never had a bad opinion.
All right, well, starting off, I wanted to talk about how the SU-25 is better than the A10. But on a serious note,
Wrong talk show.
Man, that was crazy. What a good visitor.
That was a hot take,
That was a
wasn't it?
hot
Yeah.
take for playing. Okay, try again, but this time no
Would you
War
like to
Thunder talk.
redo?
on a serious note, at first my worry was, BSG's gonna see these clips, the streamer's gonna send it in, and just like Rengar, these guys are gonna get deleted, without any questioning. And Trey came out on Twitter and was like, no, this isn't how it happens. They send it into BSG and BSG looks at it. My question is, what is happening to the normal reports? You know what I mean? Like, are those just forgotten about? Is this a priority? Is Trey the priority now?
Yeah, now we don't have to worry about any of those reports you send.
Right.
I think that it's supposed to in theory it's supposed to be like a two-part system. Okay, BattleEye catches all of the normal stuff, and then for the things that don't get caught, there's this system in place. So you have like the level 51 cheaters who are flying around, spinning and killing Killa. Those, they don't get caught. They're level 51. So this provides an avenue, theoretically, to get those people banned.
Okay, but if this is working much better than their normal cheat system, what is their team focused on this doing now? Like, surely they have to look at the stats. Surely Trey's system isn't, the only reason why they're looking at these players' stats. And number two, why would I have to go through a third-party platform to get a cheater banned? You know what I mean?
No, you bring up a good point. Like, if they already have identified, like, because Trey said, like, he pulled a Trump tweet where he was like, it's working so good. Best it's ever been working. I do just so everyone knows, I like Trey. I watch his content. I watch his streams. But I am 100% going to poke fun. His tweets have been a little goofy. He had like the Trump tweet, whatever, that was like, this is the best program we've ever had. Like, oh my goodness, it's
Unlike
doing
anything
so much
we've
good.
ever seen.
Unlike we've never seen cheaters banned like this. Wow. But then I do agree with that question. Is I'm like, if they're all of a sudden, you're telling me BSG's like, oh my gosh, there are cheaters and we can see them. You can't. What tools are they using for this program that they're not using for the normal ass reports? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What like. That's a really good question, actually.
It makes me wonder all the times that like Nikita has seen a clip or whatever. He's like, "Oh, that's not how it's supposed to work." I very much wonder if that's what it is. Like they just collected a place for all of these cheater clips, and then the devs looked at him and were like, "Holy shit, they're not just bitching."
Right. I don't know.
But yeah, that's really all I had to say.
That's a good point, though. I hadn't heard that yet, and I hadn't even thought about that. But no, you're right. I do wonder, like, why is it all of a sudden, or it's just saying, like, they're just saying, like, oh, it's working so well because now BSG doesn't have to, like, do anything, right? Let's just say it is like a Rengar thing, right? They're just like, oh, man, 47 streamers thumbs this up, cheating banned. Like, who knows? We can't say that they're not doing that. Yeah, I mean, we'll see, man. We'll see. But Yeah, that's weird.
Okay.
Can we create a bingo card of various streamers, obviously including ourselves as not streamers, on people that get banned falsely? Put that together, and then just as the year goes on,
Well,
yeah.
I actually got additional info. So I don't think either of those people are going to get unbanned. So like if we look at the Vibin situation, Vibin said, quote, this is the message I received from a BSG employee. Quote again. Your
Boy.
account was flagged as taking part in activities that breach the TOS and have nothing to do with viewer kits. Temporary bans cannot be appealed, and you have to wait till they expire. End quote. That's what Vibin said.
So what did he do?
I do not know. But that's the next question. Because what breaches TOS? Because technically the TOS says no third-party applications. Discord's technically a third-party application. And I don't mean that. I'm not trying to be dramatic. I'm just I'm trying to say how vague that statement is, right? Third party. Like what have you been doing that breached TOS?
Did they cite third party, or
No,
like
they just said you breached TOS?
But the TOS is so fucking vague.
And they don't. Here's the thing: they don't ban Pastilli for using SP Tarkov.
Yeah, that's
right. Like that's.
I wonder what it
against
is.
TOS.
There anything in the TOS regarding like player behavior? And I'm not saying this as like he did something or said something wrong. I'm just
gonna
curious.
Start sweating if it's like don't be a dick in the TOS. I'm gonna be like, oh shit, oh piss, oh fuck.
I'm very curious now.
I'll take a look.
Because I was willing to just like write it off easily as touching an RMT item or a miss flag or something like that. But if he's actually confirmed that, then whew.
I don't know, man. That's the bit. Yeah, that's the big question. Who knows? That is just wild to me. But I don't know. Like, what RMT thing did you do? What RMT thing did you do?
Moral of the story: don't drink the tea that BSG sends you.
Yeah, don't
really
drink the tea. Don't drink the tea. But all right, Tyler.
Okay.
Thanks for stepping in. Let us know how your PC goes. Keep us updated. I'm curious if it posts.
Yes.
Actually, good take though, Tyler.
Yeah.
My dad has not said anything bad though, so I'm gonna assume everything went well.
Okay.
Good to hear.
Cool. Well, let me know.
All right, I'll see you guys.
See you, dude.
Hey, DP. My weekend's going well. But I think we're coming to an end here.
Oh yeah,
dude. Yeah, I mean, I think it's interesting. It's interesting that everyone in the community seems to have the same kind of thing, where it's like the idea is cool, but then there's so many weirdo questions. In typical and very typical Battlestate Games fashion, there is confusion, there's a lack of transparency, and there's a lack of communication. It is weird how they're handling this, right? I just don't.
Yeah. And with them, quote unquote, allowing Trey to be vocal about it, brings it right back to that question. Mm-hmm. Why isn't BSG saying anything too? Why are they always so weirdly silent? But then at the same time, here's a roadmap of weirdo updates that we're doing. We're going to fix the audio totally, guys. And also some of them invisible players.
2 weeks ago they tweeted that?
No hotfix, right?
No hotfix, no. I still can't turn in Mentor. I'm still waiting.
Yeah, hey, but don't worry, guys. They made sure you can't run LUT or whatever.
Yeah, so anyway, I turned on NVIDIA settings, and now I'm cheating again. Yeah, and I don't know why they do that, but it's also goofy. Whatever.
Yep. Whatever, indeed.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool we all had about the same take. There's not a lot of difference to this. It's just really like, yeah, it's shit.
Yeah.
Could be good.
Everyone's down for it.
Good, but I don't trust. I mean, I almost want to rejoin the Discord so I can see who's in there. All right, let me go through the process. I'm going to describe to you. If you want to join this Discord, the cheater Discord, go to YouTube, type in Trey24K TV. Oh, click on his channel. Go to his videos. Where?
Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe while you're there. Because that's
His video's gone.
Wait, what?
His video's gone. I don't see.
Was it a fucking Fever dream all
Is
along.
this all fake? Did I not really? His video announcing it's gone.
Yeah, it's gone.
What? How do I? Oh wait. No. Type in Trey 24K TV. Different channel. It's 2 channels. Okay, we're good. You have to type in Trey 24K. Then we're gonna join this Discord here. Community-driven anti-cheat. I would like to.
He has 2 channels. I didn't even know that.
I didn't either. That can be.
Yeah.
Who's in there? Out of curiosity. Oh yikes, bro! What pussies? They
Private.
hid. Wait, maybe I'm. Hold on. Maybe I'm smoking crack. Nah, that's so shitty. They hid who the reviewers are. You can't see it anymore. You can't see the reviewers. When I first joined this, I could see all the people that were
Feeling a little self-conscious, are they?
wow. Maybe I have to react to something. No. Wow, that sucks. Yeah, anyway, that seems really scummy to me. You can
I
no
have
longer-
even less confidence now.
Yeah, that even goes down. You're not even
Now we're being judged by faceless, nameless people.
Yeah, no, but dude, no. That's a big no. That's another step away from transparency. Not a fan.
Mhm.
I'm not a fan of that
Yep,
at all.
don't like it.
Whatever. Again, I'm just have no faith in these people. Yeah, that feels shitty. But yeah, fuck those guys. But not actually. I mean, but also yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna go there.
Yeah, it's not. Well, there's more stuff I'll say off stream because
Yep.
because I have emotions. But just from a practical standpoint, I don't like this. It was a joke at the beginning. My title that was like Judge, Streamer, Executioner on my video, that was a joke. But we're moving to like actually that's how it feels. And now my name's even funnier. Oh, council, please no ban, because I don't know who they are. Yeah, I don't know, but well, guys, thanks
That
for
is a
yeah.
good place to end it, huh?
Yeah, that's a good place to end it. Now I'm pissed. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go get some more coffee and then we can keep talking about this. Thank you guys everyone for stopping by. I appreciate everybody who has spent their time talking today and sharing their opinions. It was fun. I like these. We're gonna do another one sooner. I just haven't had time. But anyway, that's it for me. Bad, any closing remarks?
No, I think we closed it out pretty well there.
Great. All right, y'all. Have a good one. We'll talk to you next time.